Alright, so this is my Tosa Hand Cobalt Enemy Dungeon World deck, or just Enemy Dungeon World. I'm using Tosa Hand Cobalt as my buddy, just because he has a good effect and just for the heck of it. The main monster in this deck that I like is Guardian Dragon of Ruins, Meteor Rain. So he's your boss monster. Alright, so the size 0 Fate Skeleton, no effect. It's just 3001 crit. Another size 0, 1000 2 crit, 2000. Valena, no effect. Size 1 Dragon Blade wielding Sheila Vanna, Sheila for short. 2k attack, 2k defense, and 1 crit. If a dungeon enemy is on your field, this card gets critical +2. And this monster is an adventure. If another adventure is on your field, this card gets penetrate. Since this deck is largely filled with dungeon enemies, you'll get the first effect. So it'll be a size 1 3 crit. So that's not bad. And then of course you could do link attack and stuff like that to guarantee you can deal that crit. Since I also have Sage Kuguru in the deck, that is another adventure. It'll give it the effect of penetrate, so you'll be able to penetrate your opponent's center and deal that nice little extra crit. I got size 1, 2 crit, 2000, 2000. Sage Kuru, she's an adventure. If you do not have a monster in the center, when this card link attacks with another adventure, you gain 1 life. So this is your constant life gainer, as long as you keep your center empty and have her on the field with another monster, like a size 2 or something, and link attack, you'll gain a life while taking down your opponent's monsters. So that's a combo right there. This is Demon Lord Joker Gwynwald. This is size 2, call cost of 1 gauge, and put the top card of your deck into his soul. So you have Soul Guard. He has 5k attack, 5k defense. It's 2 crit. Jade Golem Scienton, 4000 attack, 2 crit, 5000 defense. Call cost of 1 gauge. When this card enters the field, you gain a life, so more life gaining. And of course, Guardian Dragon of Ruins, Meteor Rain, size 3, 10k printed power, 3 crits, 4k defense. Call cost, pay 2 gauge and put the top 2 cards of your deck into this monster's soul. Has counter activate effect, Burning Meteor. You can discard 2 dungeon enemy cards from your hand. If you do destroy a monster on your opponent's field, this effect can be applied on either player's turn, so it makes it that devastating. And Penetrate, Soul Guard, and Lifelink 3 are his other effects. I got my staple, Battlefield Military Band. It's a set card, set spell card, cast cost of 1 gauge. All monsters on your field get power 1000. And of course this effect stacks. Continue, it's a spell card, cast cost of 1 gauge. Call a size 2 or less adventure and a size 2 or less dungeon enemy from your drop zone by paying their call costs. So this card is, that's why you have some adventures in the deck, like Sage Kaguru, and you got Dragon Blade. That way you can use them to help you bring back any one of these size 2. so that's always a good concept. Basically, it's a monster reborn. You know, it's a way of bringing back your monsters from the grave, especially if you want to bring back Demon Lord, because you'll get his Soul Guard ability. So you have a 5k, 5k, 2 crit Soul Guard with an extra power boost from this, and Dominion Rod will also give it an extra 1,000 attack. So you can make your monsters pretty strong. Obviously, this is Cecilia's Spell Disarm. It's an item spell card destroyer. Gotta have those. There's too many powerful OP set cards and set spells and item cards, so you need a way of getting rid of them. The thing that sucks, this isn't a this doesn't have counter, so you can only play it on your turn. It has a cast cost of 2 gauge. Destroy a spell or a item on the field. You can destroy your own stuff with it too, so that you have space to play another item card or spell card. There's really no reason to get rid of your own stuff, but just saying, since you have the option of getting rid of your own stuff, it might come in handy if you have something worth destroying on your side. I feel right. This does have counter. Call cost 1 gauge. You may only play this card during your opponent's turn when an opponent attacks. It's a counter effect. Nullify the attack and you gain 1 life. So obviously this is your defense card. It's like your blue dragon shield or white dragon shield, something like that. You negate an attack, you gain life. So gotta love that. And it's called Divine Protection of Shao Sana. Of course, Dominion Rod, your item card. The equip cost is pay 1 gauge. All the dungeon enemies on your field get power 1,000 attack and defense 1,000. And it's a 3,002 crit. So it's a it's a good card. Good card. Just because I normally would use the burning bow, so burning bow instead, but this card's good because it gives power to all my dungeon enemy monsters, on top of the fact that Battlefield Military Band has already given them power, so they'll stack. If you have 4 copies of Battlefield Military Band on the field and 1 Dominion Rod, that's 5k power and 1,000 defense to all your dungeon enemies. So that's awesome. Especially when you already got a 10,000 size 3 to play with, and then you're giving him 5,000 extra, so making him 15,000 with 5,000 defense. It's pretty powerful, and it's a 3 crit. On top of that, penetrate, soul guard, and lifelink. Lifelink doesn't matter, right? Since you got life gaining capabilities in here. And Tosa Hand Cobalt, 3 of them. He's a size 3, 7k power, 3 crit, 6k defense. Call cost, pay 2 gauge and put a card with Cobalt in this card name from your drop zone into this card's soul. And you got Mamishiba Cobalt, that you can use for the cost, or if you have an extra copy of Tosa Hand Cobalt in the graveyard, you can use it, for the Soul Guard. This has Penetrate and Soul Guard. And of course, the Dungeon World flag. And that's the end of the deck profile.